These are sven AP870 headphones. They're very good, ideal for gaming. But one of them had a problem, the one on the right hand side, so I had to, try to fix it. As you can see, I first removed the padding, and then I had to expose these two screws that were covered by the padding. These headsets are actually very good. These headphones are very good. They are old headphones, but I would highly recommend them even in 2020. So you make sure you have the right tools. This is a flathead screwdriver. So I tried to open this thing, but I did not know that there was actually a third screw right there. That was the one that was holding the whole thing in place. But when I figured it out, I removed it also. So after that, voila, I was able to expose the speaker itself. I was lucky that the wires that were connected on the speaker were intact, so the problem wasn't with those wires that were connected to the speaker, but the problem was just right at the point where the wire was entering into this compartment that holds the speaker. That was where the problem was. That place, that was where that kind of rubber like thing was where the problem was. So I had to cut the wire, and then of course I later on had to take off that rubber thing that was securing the wire, because I think that was where the problem was. And then after that, of course, I had to expose the wires that were inside this cord. As you can see, it's the red and blue, which is, I think, the conventional color. These are the conventional colors for headphones or headsets, red and blue. So I actually had to test and see where the problem was. But before you do that, you have to make sure that you know these wires are coated with that insulation. So what you have to do is to burn, and which I actually did. I had to burn that insulation off, which I did, and I was able to expose the wires. So as you can see, I connected it, and there was music coming through. I tested it using the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. So that's the music of the Samsung. Now that I was very sure that of course, now that I knew that music was already coming through, after connecting my phone, music was already coming through, but it was the other headphone on the left that was playing. So I had to connect this other piece that I had cut off and also see whether it really worked. And after doing that, it actually worked. It worked. But before you do that, you have to burn the wires in order to expose them, because that coating is some sort of insulation. Yeah, the music was coming through. So after that, it was time to put everything back together again. So this time I didn't have the securing, the rubber-like securing in that little hole, because I had already destroyed it. It was very tough rubber. I don't know, rubber like plastic. Very tough. The only thing was to just destroy it, because there was no way I could get it out. So my wire comes through here, as you can see. Just make sure that you're very careful when doing this, otherwise you can snap all the wires out of place. So I put everything in place, then I had to secure them back with the screws, of course. The screws here are actually 3. These headphones are actually very nice. It's the microphone on these headphones is what I actually used to make this voiceover. Very good. I think you can tell from the sound that you're getting from this video. So yeah, the process is not very hard, it's very simple, provided you know what to do. Of course, those are the screws that we had earlier on removed. The Sven company actually makes very good headphones. The headphones are actually very good, especially if you are a gamer. I would recommend them. They can even be used for radio, I think, studio kind of work. So after that, I had to, connect the wires back together, and that is exactly what I did, as you can see. The red with the red, the blue with the blue. But then I had to make sure that I cover them. So I covered them with masking tape, or what they call the electrical tape, and voila, everything was okay. So it was time to put back the soft padding. And actually, I think I should have put the padding before. Anyway, I don't know which was the right way to go, but yeah, I struggled putting it back, but I finally put it back because it is kind of elastic, so I just kept on pulling it and stretching it. Then I put it back to where it belongs, and after that, everything was set. I tested it with music, I tested it with audio, and everything was just perfectly fine.